Most people try to muscle the ball to get more power on their serve, but today I'm going to show you 3 of my top favorite drills to get more power on your serve without even swinging harder. Effortless power. Hey, it's Chris Lewitt, top American coach and head coach of Tennis Evolution. Let's get into my 3 favorite serve drills right now. Okay, I'm here with my buddy Eli. He's one of my favorite students, and he's one of the top juniors coming up in New England. Watch out for this kid. Let's talk about elasticity. You need to have your arm loose to develop power, to generate power. You need to have fluidity. You need to have rhythm. If you tighten up your body and you try to muscle the serve, which is what most people do, you're not going to get your max power. So there's this paradox where you have to stay relaxed and whippy in order to get maximum power. You can't force it. And that's what these drills will help you with right now. Okay, the first drill is called the windmill, and it's one of the drills that I learned from my old coach, Gilad Bloom, who's a former Israeli ATP pro, who's my coach for a long time, a genius coach. And Gilad loved this drill. You go up and around, and you stay on the right side of your body. So it's a fluidity drill, and you stay on the right side of your body. When you're learning, you can choke up and even do it like a half racket motion just to get make it a little easier and kind of maybe reduce the weight of the racket a little bit. And then you can progress to the full racket, like the normal length of the racket. And you want to make sure you come up and you hit your L shape, your power position, and then you go fluidly through the power loop here. The power loop is critical. You have to learn to accelerate through this power loop. Most players at beginners, intermediates, even advanced players, some advanced players have trouble accelerating through this power loop back behind your body. It's sometimes called the back scratch. But when you back scratch, that needs to be really fast and really fluid. And it takes a lot of practice to get that. I want to speed this up. I recommend shadowing first, and then you can add in the ball. All right, Eli, grab a ball. We talked about shadowing, so you can do these shadows 5 to 10 at a time. And now, let's show everybody, try to do that, and then hit the ball. You can use your legs a little bit. You don't have to use your legs, but you're going to go windmill and then hit the ball. Let's see how smooth you are. I need a ball in your hand. So do the motion. Nice. Stay on the right side of your body. Hit the checkpoint, get that L. And then when you feel ready, try to toss and hit on the 4th or 5th one. Nice. Watch this great fluid drop. Really nice power loop. Here we go. Eli, watch the racket get inverted. Beautiful L shape. Racket drop. Racket comes all the way down and then all the way up in one smooth motion. That's what you want to see. And stay smooth. Grab another one. So the goal is to get the range of motion in the shoulder blades, the scapula. So we want scapular range of motion, which is very important. You need to have flexibility and mobility back here. And we're trying to get this circle. If you can imagine this loop here, Eli, look at this. We're trying to get this really quick. Woo! We're trying to speed this up. And this takes a lot of practice. Most people are very tight and clunky through here. All right, try to smooth that out. You got to do this hundreds and thousands of times. Not at once, but over the course of many weeks. You got to do this type of exercise to get the mobility and the fluidity. Go. Smooth it out. Nice. Nice. And then hit. Nice. Let's do it again. Another thing to just be careful. Be careful that you don't skip, like you go straight, don't go straight into the back scratch. Make sure you come up, you hit that nice power position, that L shape, and then you power loop. So it's like L shape, power loop. L shape, power loop. It's a really good exercise for getting that elasticity, that rhythm and smoothness in the arm and the shoulder. Nice. Okay, one more. Keep it smooth. I like to do 4 or 5 and then toss and hit. Sometimes you can do more. You could do 8 or 9 or 10 if you really want to get this thing, you want to butter this up. You're going to butter up your shoulder here and get real fluid. Try to do it without touching your back. That's what we're trying to achieve. Smooth it out. Hit the checkpoint. Good. Hit the L shape. Smooth it out. And all right. Good job. Okay, so second favorite drill, it's going to get your arm nice and loose and give you that fluid, effortless power, is called the figure 8. And so what you can do is, again, you can choke up or choke down, but wherever you hold the racket, you're going to do like the windmill. Hit your checkpoint here. Make sure you hit your power position. Don't skip. Hit your checkpoint and then go fast and finish on this side, and then you're going to swing around. So it's similar, but it adds this more correct finish where you can go around and finish to your left side. Basically going to finish to your left pocket here. So it's similar to the windmill, but it adds a little more rotation and finish, and then you can connect it to the beginning again by coming around and up and through. And if you notice, I'm trying to go, the rhythm ideally is not fast. So you don't need to go fast here for power. That's a really important tip. Go slow here, hit your checkpoint here. And when you come to here, this is where the acceleration starts. Literally, this is the acceleration phase of the serve, starting now. So we want to get that part really fluid, get that scapular mobility, get that shoulder mobility, and get this thing fluid, get it all buttered up. So this is the figure 8, Eli. You want to try it? It's a wonderful drill. You can do it again without the ball, and then you can add the ball in. Go, buddy. Did you see it? Yeah. Okay. And you do a normal follow through, and then you connect it by coming around. You get a nice flow going there, flow bee. That's it. Nice. And then when you're ready, try to get that ball in there. You can see here, Eli gets a very nice fluid action, hits the power position right here, racket inverts, and then he goes up to the ball with a nice extension and pronation. Really good stuff. Nice. You don't have to use your legs. Like, that's another thing. If you want to, when you're just working on the shoulder movement, you don't need to use any legs when you hit. Or if you want to get a little more advanced, you can try to add some of the legs in there. It's important to add the legs before you drop the racket. That's another really important tip. Don't go here and then do the legs. You've got to sneak the legs in there. Right about here is when the legs are going. The legs fire before the racket drops. Most people drop the racket and then fire the legs. That's a really important key. Let's go. You don't have to use the legs too much, but we're trying to get that looseness in the arm, fluid power, effortless power. Good job. Good job. Nice. So how does your arm feel?
My arm feels so stretchy.
Stretchy? That's good. You want to feel loose and stretchy and whippy. That's the whole goal. That's good. Okay, here's another one. If you're holding the racket like a stick instead of a rope, you want to hold it like a whip rather than a stick. You don't want to hold a steel beam here. If you're too tight, this is a great one. You can take your fingertips and just literally let a couple fingers off the grip. You can have the pinky off, which I like to do. Don't let too many off or you're going to probably throw your racket and break it. Just 1 or 2 fingers off the bottom, and you can try to hold the top fingers on the grip with a light pressure, like 3 or 4 out of 10 pressure. So we're going to have a light pressure here, pinky off or pinky hanging off, and you can do your motion like that. And just try to stay very loose up here. So this will help you get a nice whip up top, and you can work on that power loop and throw the racket up top, maybe get some pronation there, some internal rotation. That's what we're looking for. Trying to get this fluidity. Pinky hanging off. Fingers, very light grip. And then you can add in the ball, but don't hit it too hard or you're probably going to fling the racket, and then you're going to tell me that you had to buy a new racket because you cracked your racket. All right, so don't break your racket, buddy. We've got pinky hanging, 3 out of 10, and you're not going to hit it hard. You're just going to work on fluidity and literally just throwing the racket up here. Don't let go and throw it, although that is an excellent drill. The throwing the racket over the fence drill. Have you ever seen that? Rick Macy loves that drill. So it's a Rick Macy drill. It's a great drill, but that's not what we're doing in this video. This is our video. All right, let's go. So you got the pinky? Okay, pinky power. Nice and loose. You don't have to do the repetitions now. You can just serve it. Don't lose it. Okay, and the goal is not to hit hard. The goal is just to get to literally untense. Is that a word? Untense. Yeah, untensify. Like I made up that word. We're going to untensify the grip, untensify, loosen up all of the muscles of the forearm and the gripping muscles, anything that can cause tension through the wrist here. So all of this musculature going to be loose, and we're just going to whip like that. Whip it through, nice and easy. Again, how's it feel? It should feel like this. It should feel like...
Feels like this.
Yeah, that's what we want. Nice. Pinky off, super loose. Nice. All right, awesome. All right, Eli wants to show you guys his awesome loose fluid motion. Give me a nice effortless power, stay loose in your arm and get that nice power loop. Loose and fluid, use the legs. Nice. All right, very good, nice. Okay, so I realized in making this video how little ideas and tricks I have for getting players loose, and we can only do 3 for this video. We'll have to do another video with more loose tips, but we've got these 3 excellent drills. We've got the windmill, we've got the figure 8, we've got the pinky, the loose pinky fingers off the grip and grip pressure drill, and I have more. But what are the key things? Make sure you hit your power position before you do your fluidity. Don't skip the power position. A lot of people do that. They just go like, it kind of looks like this. This is sloppy. Don't do that. Hit your checkpoint, hit your power position, and then go. Another thing is go slow and then fast. So the rhythm, when you do these types of windmill or figure 8 drills, the rhythm is not fast, the whole thing fast. The rhythm is slow and then faster. Slow, hit your checkpoint, and then faster, okay? It's not everything fast, and that's not good for your shoulder to do everything fast anyway. Another thing is, if you're going to add the legs in, you've got to sneak the legs in there. The leg drive has to come just at the right time. So as you're rounding the corner here, that's when you sneak the leg drive in. You don't go here and then do the leg drive. It's very important to insert the legs, the energy of the legs at the right moment to get the maximum kinetic change. So those are some things, and these drills can be done all the time. They can do as a warm-up before you actually serve. They can be used anytime you're practicing your serve. I would definitely recommend doing these. You guys may have seen other drills like this, like maybe with a sock, with balls in a sock. There's all sorts of little tricks. There's some swing serve trainers that are really good. So there's some other tools that you can use. But you know what? You don't even need anything fancy. You just need a racket, and you need some ingenuity and some discipline to go out there and practice. You know, you got to go out there and do lots of repetitions like this to get the shoulder nice and fluid, everything buttery and smooth, and then you'll get that effortless power loop and effortless power, lots of racket speed up to the ball. Remember, looseness first, power second. If you stay elastic, the speed comes for free. Guys, I hope you got a lot of value from this video. Drop a comment, let me know which drill you like the best, which one helps you the most, and stay tuned for my next video on the serve right here. See you next time.